Well, Steve Jones from Fieldstone Garden is here to help us out. Now, Steve, this couple says these yew bushes are just getting too gangly, too big, too overgrown. What can we do to help them out?
Yeah, this is a fairly old landscape. I think Bob had mentioned it's about 40 years old. And what's happened here is the trees have grown. I think he indicated too. And now the yard has become a fairly shady yard, and now we've got to work with the trees. The trees are quite an integral part of the landscape here. So what we're proposing to do is come in with a new set of plants.
Let's go look at them.
For the landscape. And
these are going to be yanked right out.
These are coming out.
She's nervous about that.
Oh no, they're quite concerned.
Real nervous.
Yeah, quite concerned. They are fairly good-sized shrubs. They are, though, dwarfing the house.
Yeah, they really do cover up a lot of the beauty of their Cape Cod.
Yep. There's some concerns, though. I mean, they are only planted off the house about 1.5 feet off the foundation, so there's some concern in regards to structurally for the house, moisture being trapped in there and so forth.
And then what else do you want to do to put in here? We're going to need to put some other flowers and stuff out here?
Yeah, the planting has been widened out. The original walk actually ran along the side of the shrubbery.
That's a common thing too. I've seen a lot of front yards that the sidewalk is so tight to the house, you really don't have a lot of room to put something up.
Right. Actually, the shrubbery was overhanging the asphalt walk.
Oh, this wow.
So we've moved the walk off the house and gave it more of a curve and a free flow to it.
That is a beautiful walk.
Yeah.
And so this is what we're going to use in place?
This is one shrub that we're thinking of using here in the corner of the house. When the yew comes out, this is a mountain andromeda Paris. And what's so nice about this, it is evergreen in the sense that it's going to maintain its leaves through the winter months like the yew did, but also it's going to have flowers on it in the springtime. I
think that's a lot more appealing. I mean, and as a homeowner too, I'd rather see color all the time, you know, something different all the time. And it's kind of nice. Right.
So now the landscape is really going to have a 4 seasons appeal with different flowering shrubbery worked into it with a mixture of perennials and so forth.
And always keeping in mind that we need it to be shady. Right?
That's right. And the shade's going to get worse as the trees grow.
Yeah. Let's get to work. All right, so this one goes first, huh, Steve? We're just going to pull it right out of here?
Yeah, they're going to be cut down.
Cut it? Bye-bye bush, huh?
Yeah, that didn't take long.
You know, I thought we would end up pulling out to get the root system out, but we actually don't need to pull the root system out. It can stay here?
No, the root, once it's cut, it's going to decay and so forth. And the new shrubbery is going to be planted off from the house anyway, so that we're not going to be planting right on top of the stump.
Carlton, good job. You better not mouth off to your dad. And so down they come. The three of us got busy cutting down all the bushes in the front of the house. Now for the fun part. Steve gets to design this new English country garden in the front of the Harriman's home. Steve is using a mixture of shade-loving plants to show off their style in this dark area. Geez, Steve, talk about transformation.
It's quite a change from what we had here before.
Yeah, I just think now the house almost looks naked.
Yeah, for the time being. That's right, until stuff gets established and gets going again. But I think the end result is going to be quite spectacular.
Now the shrubs we've put in here, tell me a little bit about them.
Yeah,
they look like they're really spaced far apart.
Yeah, that's done on purpose for planting the landscape and so forth, for growth and stuff. That's where the original landscape had a real fault. The shrubbery was so close to the building. There's a problem.
They didn't plan for it to grow so large, probably.
That's correct.
Yeah. So at least have a lot of nice room to grow. Got some shade-loving hosta right here around the corner.
Yeah. What we've worked in is color and texture, and color meaning maybe just the foliage of the hostas as well as the white of the
flower
hosta here, the hosta plantagenea, the royal standard.
And then we're working in some perennials. And
yeah, down this end we get more sun, so what we've done is
what little sun she does get.
That's right.
She doesn't get much here.
We've worked in more of the perennial aspect of it. she likes to garden, and this is a nice colorful spot to come into the house with the perennials here.
Well, I tell you what, Bobby and Elaine are going to be shocked when they drive in their driveway, but they're going to love it.
Yeah, I think they will.
I think they're going to love it. Let's check out the other side real quick. Now, Steve, this is the really shady part of the house, you know, and so we've got more of the same bushes on this side mirroring the other side.
Right. We're trying to keep some formality like the original landscaping had, and we are duplicating some of the shrubbery from one side to the other.
Right.
But yet we are using a few different things in terms of varieties of hostas, whether it's gold foliage and so forth.
Because they're not going to get any sun over here.
That's right.
And now, so what are these bushes going to look like over the seasons?
Yeah, the shrub closest to the stairway is a rhododendron aglow.
Yeah, that's pretty.
That's a pink flowering form. A lot of people are familiar with the fuchsia-colored variety.
Yeah.
And what's nice
about the burgundy leaves already.
Yes. Yeah. This one does, or this variety does have a nice pink-colored foliage. It comes in the fall, so it gives you another seasonal interest. And here, what we've got is calmia or mountain laurel, and that's going to flower late spring, early summer. We're going to have a color that way, and this is another pale pink color, as well as this variety that we've got behind us.
I think it's really sharp.
Yeah.
Now, what do we have the hose down on the ground for? What's up with that?
Yeah, what we've done is laid the hose out just for visual viewing purposes to work with the shrubbery.
So this is going to be our new landscape line. It's going to come right off the sidewalk and come straight around and then back around the corner, matching up to what they already have along the side of the house.
That's correct. We're going to try and keep the free, curvy flow form. There's really no 90-degree angles in this planting. And also in terms of maintenance for the lawnmower, it's much easier.
Easy curve instead of making it hard to get in and out.
That's right.
That way you don't have to get your weed whacker out.
That's correct.
You're really nice to be thinking of all this good stuff.
You got to think of all
Now
angles.
we got to think about Christmas time, Christmas lights. And now it's time to get the shovel out and start digging. It's time to move these plants into their brand new home. And the landscape project wouldn't be complete without help from my 2-year-old son, Gabe. We're taking a lot of time to really make sure that this hole is deep enough and it's nicely rounded.
Yep.
And preparing the hole is, you know, the biggest key, right, to getting a plant to survive.
That's correct. Now what I've done is I've dug the hole, and now what I want to do is kind of make sure that the plant is going to fit in the hole. So what I'm going to do is just set the plant in the hole to make sure it fits.
And we don't want it to be down too deep because you want it to be right about the top of the container. Or about at the soil line inside.
The soil line inside, that's right. We've got the hole deep enough. We've loosened it up so underneath the pot it's a loose soil. And I've got around 3 inches around the sides of the hole as well. Yep. Now what I'll do is pop it out of the
Now do we need to,
container.
do we need to put water or anything in the bottom or anything?
No, not at this point. What I'll do is I'll set the plant in the hole. And
we don't need to worry about all these roots and stuff that are down here.
No, those are roots from the shade trees in the area, as well as from the old shrubbery that we've removed.
Now what?
Yeah, what we're going to do is set the plant in the hole, just confirm our depths, tad on the deep side. I'm going to
Nice earthworms. Have a good time down there.
put a tad more in. Something like that. We'll give it another try. Yeah, we're all set here. We're level to the ground.
This is pretty good soil for here.
Yes, this is a good sandy base soil, which this type of shrub really likes. Its native soil that it grow in is a sand based soil. Now, if this was a clay site, I'd actually probably build the plant up from the soil line, so it's actually raised somewhat.
Yeah.
And the reason being is if it's a clay soil, the water, of course, isn't going to drain out. And by raising it above grade, then it's going to be able to breathe and get moisture and so forth, or dry out.
Because that clay can really be a problem.
That's correct. Yeah. It would almost put it on a little earth berm, I guess I'd say, basically.
The Harrimans are very happy with their new garden. Not only are they happy with all of their new plantings, but happy of their new traditions to come as well. Now you get out there, and like we always say, get growing.